All right. It's your girl Delilah Fitness, and I'm back. So, let's talk about blending and not blending your juices, chewing your juice, blending your juice. If you don't have a juice, so you're doing a 30-day raw vegan challenge, you want to do it, but yeah, right now you're strapped for cash. Hey, how's everybody doing? What's going on? Salutations, guys. Everybody, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So, in case you guys want to know what I'm having for breakfast, I actually had a great morning. I slept the whole morning. I slept 10 hours today. I had 10 hours of sleep. I'm kind of just waking up. I haven't slept in 10 hours in a long time, but I was exhausted because I'm working on the 30-day raw vegan challenge of recipes, and I'm done. So I've been working. All right, so let's get in it. So, as a lot of you guys know, I'm Delilah Fitness. I'm a certified fitness trainer, certified cancer exercise specialist, and I'm a certified wellness wellness practitioner. All right, so I'm still chewing. There has been a big discussion, and I want to put you guys in on the discussion. As a lot of you guys know, I'm doing a 30-day raw vegan challenge in January. I have room for 10 more people. I have 90 people. I'm only taking 100. So if you're still on the fence, if you're still on the fence, I don't know I don't know what to tell you, but I am taking just 10 more people because I have 90. I'm only taking a total of 100. Why? Because last year I took more than I can bear, and I want to keep the group quality, not quantity. So I'm going to be pouring into 100 people. So 10 more people, and then the doors close, and I'll see you guys on 2024. But this is 2023. January 2023 is when it starts. Once you purchase the 30-day raw vegan challenge, I will send you a welcome package. So with the welcome package, you will get the password to the Zoom link. The Zoom link is very, very important that you keep that because we will be meeting up for the 30 days on Zoom. We will be meeting up on Zoom for 30 days. If you take the 7, you will be meeting up with us on 7 days. The big difference between the 30 and the 20 is, as you know, as I do, is money. The 30 days is 400. The 7 days is 149 a week. If you decide after the 7 days you want to go another week, that's another 149. If you want to do it for the third week, that's 3 weeks, 21 days. That's another 149. And if you decide that, oh, okay, I want to go all the way to 30, that's 100. That's another $149, which is 600 right there. As opposed to paying the 400, you save yourself $200. Stick that in your pocket. So it's all about savings. If you buy in bulk, you get it. All right, so some of the stuff that you're going to need for the 30-day raw vegan challenge is a spiralizer. You will need a spiralizer. Why will you need a spiralizer? Because you will be making your own noodles. You will be making zucchini noodles, or you could get a peeler. You could use a peeler, or you could use a spiralizer. But either way, you're going to need something to make noodles. Cucumber noodles, the zucchini noodles, you're going to need that. You need a spiralizer. So make sure you have that. Then the next thing you're going to need is a blender. A blender. And you're going to need a juicer. Now, here's the big thing. I've been getting this. A lot of people right now, a lot of you guys say, Holiday, I'm a little tight with cash, but I do have a blender. Do I have to buy a juicer? No. You don't have to buy a juicer. You could take the blender and you can put the fruits or whatever your concoction is, blend it, and then take a milk bag or a cloth and squeeze and separate the fiber from the juice. You can do that. You can get a cheesecloth. So you have the choice of blending it, but if you don't have a blender, you could still get access to the juice if you decide that you want to separate the fiber. Now, I got to tell you guys, I've been in this lifestyle for over 12 years, right? And I only use my juicer because a lot of you guys are transitioning You're easing into it. So for purposes of, for you, I will juice. But what I really do behind the scenes, how I do it, I don't really juice. What I technically do is blend my juice and I drink the fiber. I'll drink the fiber and I will eat, chew my juice. Basically, I will chew my juice. So I am, because I need the fiber. I need the fiber. I'm a big person of consuming my fiber at this stage of my life. Also, organic is expensive. I noticed juicing and throwing the pulp in the garbage. Now, if you have a dehydrator and you have a you guys know what a dehydrator is. Either you have the Excalibur, but if you have a dehydrator, now in the raw vegan lifestyle, we have something that's called a dehydrator, where you take the water out of the crackers, if you're making crackers. So we will extract the water and concentrate it. I personally, in my lifestyle, I do not use the dehydrator. I went through that stage when I first went from vegetarian to raw. I went through that stage of the dehydrator and I found myself feeling constipated. I'm going to just say it. I need the water and fiber in my food. So when I was doing the gourmet raw vegan lifestyle, where I was going to Pure Food and Wine, I know a lot of you guys remember what Pure Food and Wine is. Back in the Village on 13th Street, on right by NYU, somewhere around NYU and Barnes and Noble, there was a raw vegan restaurant called Pure Food and Wine. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. So I used to go there with friends and we would, have the crackers, the flaxseed crackers, which was dehydrated. Now, in the raw vegan world, you're not supposed to heat up your food over 116 degrees. Once you heat it up past that, you're killing the enzymes. The enzymes are the what the body needs to sustain itself and help out with the digestive system. So you don't want to heat it up. And a lot of you guys know kale crackers, like the kale chips. The kale chips are put into the dehydrator. I personally, like I said, when I first got into this lifestyle, I was a dehydrator queen. But I found myself getting constipated. My stool was not flowing. I was having a hard time eliminating. And it was all due to not having enough water in the food. So I personally, because I've been in this and I'm evolving, I do not dehydrate my food. I don't. So I do not eat anything concentrated like raisins, and because the sugar is concentrated, I most likely eat the food in its natural matrix with the water, the phytonutrients, the fiber, but to each his own. And there's no criticism here because I at one point did the whole gourmet thing. I had all of the recipes. I was like a food snob. I remember living in Manhattan, living in the States and being a food snob and dehydrating my papaya, getting my dried fruits. And it was a lot of concentrated sugar because I dehydrated the water. So it was a lot going on. So I am someone who am not against dehydrating, but I personally, based on my body experience with that, it doesn't work for me. Now, I am not in a position to tell anybody what to do. All I'm doing is passing on information and experience. And what you do with that is up to you. So you will not see in any of my recipes, and that's just, any dehydrated ingredients. There is other chefs and other people who definitely stand by that. I personally would use a collard green wrap. I'll take, instead of the flaxseed crackers, I'll go get like a lettuce wrap or a collard green because it has fiber and chlorophyll in it. And it has water in it. So anything watery for me is a blessing. One of the things why my skin looks so good, you guys, I get the compliments all the time, is that I hydrate from within on a cellular level. You know what I mean? So I need as much water as my body will take. So I can maintain being hydrated and also eliminating. Because when you're not hydrated, you're dehydrated, you're not getting enough water to push out the waste. You know what I mean? So, and we're a great percentage of water, the body. So that's one of the things. Also, so if anybody's taking the challenge, the raw food challenge with me, January 1st, definitely get your spot because I do it once a year. If you don't make it this year, you can buy the book, digital book, and you can do it on your own. which is cool. But you'll see me 2024 because I do it once a year. And this is the only time I'm doing it for this year, 2023. Every January, you can hit me up and come on board. Now, I recommend for those people who took it with me last year, the 7-day raw vegan challenge. For those of you who fell off the wagon and you want to get back on, I highly recommend the 30 days for you. And I'll tell you why. Obviously, if you fell off the wagon, 7 wasn't enough for you. 7 wasn't enough. So I highly recommend those who took it with me last year to do the 30-day raw vegan challenge so you can really acclimate your taste buds and your body back into living foods. All right. So again, the distinction is between the fiber with the blender and the juicer is the fiber. So you could not buy the juicer, but you gotta have the blender because you're gonna need the blender for your sauces. So in the 30-day raw vegan challenge, you will not be buying salad dressing. You will be making your own dressing. So you can't make the dressings with a juicer. So you're going to need the blender. The blender comes in handy. It's a double. You get the double pleasure of making your juices with the fiber, and you get the pleasure of making your sauces. So you got to have a blender. You can't take this without a blender, and either a peeler or a spiralizer for your zucchini noodles. So we're going to be making pasta with marinara sauce. We're going to be making using a lot of sesame seed, which has more calcium than milk. So we're going to be making a sesame patty. So I'm excited because we're going to use that for the tacos, for the raw vegan tacos. All of the recipes are in the book. I am so excited for this. So if anybody has any questions about anything that I said, this is definitely the time to address it because you have my undivided attention. Pretty much that's all I wanted to say.